I remember dying. I was at peace, I think, if only for a moment. I knew someone like you once. Carried the world the same way. Where's the man who stayed? Where's the one who watched over me? Where's the man who stayed? Where's the one who watched over me?
Someone's taken a shine to us, lads. What do you want today? No, we never do something that stupid. Who even needs one of those eggs? You can only hatch them in the Osirate. Stealing one doesn't even make sense. Hide it? Makes no sense. You keep it on you. I don't know if Sortjaw, if it even is him, wants to trade it or what, but the egg can't get cold, or whatever's inside will die. And then there's nothing to trade. A dead egg's no good, even for eating. So if you ask me, he's sitting at home, trying to keep it warm. Go with the current, Toplander.
Toplander, it's good to see you. Oh, no, please. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. I've been taking good care of it, and Breath already has so many eggs to look after. It's just one egg. It might not even hatch. That happens sometimes, but it means so much to me. Please, don't take it away, Toplander. That's very, very generous of you, Toplander. I swear, it'll have the best life with me. You'll see. And Brant, I know he's panicking because he's lost an egg, but I might have a solution for that. If it's just the numbers he's worried about, you can give him this egg. I made a replica to put on the bedding, but I heard a noise that scared me off. Then I thought, when the little one hatches, this egg would remind it where it came from. But if Brant's life depends on it, even if we don't get along, I can give it to him. Well, to you, really, for your understanding and kindness of heart. I don't have much, but please take this armor design made from local resources. It's a common thing down here, but I'm sure you'll fetch a good price for it on the surface.
Do you have the egg yet? Remember, my life is on the line. Oh, my little egg! I've been so worried. The bad people didn't hurt you, did they? Where did you find it? Did you bring justice to the thieves? Ah, so it was Saltjaw. I should have known that scum was behind it. He's been pestering me for years, begging for an egg. Even ones with tadpoles that showed no promise. He's got it into his head that he'd be a father. Can you believe that? A scourge of the seas, a father. I didn't laugh in his face only because I despise him too much. But I'll admit he fooled me. I thought he was too stupid for such a bold theft, so I never even suspected him. Ah, well, at least the matter is settled and the egg is safe with me again. Here is the reward I promised.
Welcome, child of the surface. Everyone is ready to play. Thanks to you. But tell me, are you ready? From where you're headed, there is no return. You will go back to the surface. And we will face the consequences of what is decided in Lady Nimwe's chamber. The melody of the organ will resonate through all of Saras, carrying the promise of change. Its sound will awaken our captain, Lear, the one charged with Lady Nimwe's protection, the one who calls to you, and to him within you. I can't tell you more than what you'll learn from Apps and Erkal. I served under him when he was still in his prime, but I wasn't there for his downfall. All I know is that little remains of the Captain Lear I once knew. Nothing human, at least. One way or another, you'll have to face him. It's the only path to Lady Nimwe's chamber. Of course, child of the surface. I knew it was you. And you, King Arthur. You who, believing you doomed us, became the reason this realm was born. You who granted us both the grace and the curse of eternal life. All of this is your doing, Arthur. You will learn in time. Perhaps we'll meet again. And when we do, I'll have your answer. But that depends on the choice you make in Lady Nimwe's chamber. I would not presume to guess at Lady Nimwe's intentions, but I believe you will find the answers you seek, if you are willing to ask them yourself. This is why I gathered the remaining organists. Excellent. Gather, my brothers. It is time to awaken our captain. This sound. Saras has not heard it since the day it was born. It will be glorious.
Traitor, it was your command that doomed us to this fate. You were supposed to let us go. A traitor shielding another traitor. What difference does it make who gave the order? And what kind of king is he, who knows not what his servants do? I can feel that traitor stench upon you. And by the almighty Lord of the Seas, I swear, this day you both shall die. No one is permitted to enter Lady Nimwa's chambers. I swore to guard her, and I shall keep that oath. Know this, I command the full might of Saras.
We bled for his dream. I wonder if you still believe it. Where's the man who stayed? Where's the one who watched over me? We bled for his dream. I wonder if you still believe it.
I've been wondering when you'd find your way here. Your presence has rippled through all of Saras. Wave after wave after wave. It reminds me of something. Someone. From a long time ago. I know all the comings and goings of Saras. I am in every part of these depths, swimming with the floatlings in the Orcerid, gathering knowledge with the villagers of Tumbo, watching over Lear in his slumber, gazing into the endless dark of the sea. Tell me, what do you think of my little domain? Do you like it? That I'm not glad to hear. Saros has never known a war like the one that raged on the surface. But I often wonder if my scars run too deep. If my memory of it has infected this place somehow. It was never a burden I meant to share, and yet, it seems I have. Ever since I was sealed here, yes. I couldn't say how long it's been. Tell me, does the war still rage on? 600 years? Huh. It feels twice as long, to be honest. Still, if you're here, I suppose we won. Though I shudder to imagine the cost. At least the new children of Avalon don't have to live in fear. Tell me, how is life on the surface now? That brings me no joy. Although I must admit that I feel a touch vindicated. I always believed nothing good would come from staying on Avalon. Not after what Merlin and Arthur did to tame the island. To meddle with the laws of nature. There were bound to be consequences. Our ancestors should never have left the homelands. Every time I raised it, Red Death was the phrase they used to silence me. And now, it's here anyway. How bitterly ironic. My troubled youth, you mean? And what? Are you wondering if I regret it now? If I feel I'm paying for my stubbornness, my arrogance, getting drunk on my own power? I'm afraid the truth is less dramatic. I was tired. I'd lost hope. And I wanted no part in Merlin and Arthur's vile practices. They stole our future before our lives even had a chance to begin. At least his betrayal gave me time to rest, and to build something of my own. Something better than what we left on the surface. Save me? What do you mean? And because of that, he... Am I supposed to be grateful? Thank the great Merlin, wherever he is, for bestowing this honor on us. What kind of logic drove him to that? Everyone died anyway. Just because they didn't rest in peace doesn't mean they're living. I don't understand. If he knew that would happen, why didn't he tell me? That I can believe. Merlin never had qualms about doing terrible things for the people he loved. I prayed he would spare me that fate, spare me the consequences of his love. That's why I tried so hard to be strong, stronger even than him. It was one of the reasons I wanted to run. All my life, I lost and lost and lost. It never ended. I was used to it. But I never wanted him to lose even more of himself because of me. Gods, I'm tired of this argument, even after all these years. Merlin said I was too young, that I didn't know the world. And he was right. Of course I didn't. How could I? My world was burning, and I had no hope it would ever stop. I'd had enough suffering, And he wanted me to add to it by lending my power to his abhorrent ideas. He didn't care about the future, only about finding a way to win the war. Did he succeed in the long run? Or has history proven that I was right all along? Aren't you here because the world is on the brink of collapse? It's easy to judge with hindsight. I had no such luxury. History does love its circles, I see. Far be it from me to begrudge anyone wanting to leave these miserable shores, but you do know the fleet is bound to me, don't you? You're asking for my life, and for Saras to fall. It was. The circumstances are different now. What happens on the surface matters little to me. I have my own domain to tend to. You don't pull your punches, do you? What I want doesn't really matter here. Saras is bigger than me. But if you truly wish to know, I do not desire death. I'm at peace here already. Yet, I wouldn't mind it either. As you said, I've been alive for a long time. If it were only about me, I wouldn't care either way. But it isn't. Perhaps. Yet this is their home. We are intertwined. Do you think Tumbo's thirst for knowledge came merely from proximity to the archive? Or that the creatures of the Osrit feel the need to prove themselves only because of their father? I am them, and they are me. They will survive, most of them, but they will be untethered. Thank you. I hope you mean that. I never loved Avalon. It gave me life, and then it took everything else. It never felt like home to me, but I know it does for so many. I truly hope things will get better for them one day.
What have you done? This was not meant to be. Saras was meant to be freed, and us along with it. You wanted answers. This is your answer. I curse you, Arthur, for this accursed undeath in this accursed realm. 1,000-fold I curse you. You were meant to free us from this endless agony. If Saras is to remain, then I will make sure you become one with it.
I know he was.
The long-awaited change that Josephus and the other denizens of Saras yearned for never came to pass. Those in the sanctuary went on as they always had, tending to their knowledge, raising the Lord's offspring, hidden from the wider world. The sanctuary drifted on in its quiet bubble, peaceful and undisturbed, steady in its ways.
Yes, since she was a little girl. Merlin took her in after she lost her parents. He told me she had immense potential, even at a very young age. She learned quickly, so Merlin always kept her close. Even when she barely reached my knee, I had the feeling she didn't like me. Why would it? I condemned her actions during the war, but I never bore a personal grudge against her. She seems content with her existence and the small realm she commands, although I wonder if your visit has made her feel its fragility. Sparing her is what Merlin would have wanted. My only concern is that the fleet remains sealed, denying us a useful asset. Indeed, and I stand by my decision. It was the right one at the time. But a fleet is a fleet. Having it back might have proven advantageous. There is no point in dwelling on settled matters. Let us move on. We still have much to do. I think she blamed me for Merlin's descent into increasingly questionable methods. She idolized him, and, like any daughter, wanted him to be without fault. It was easier to blame my influence than face the fact that Merlin had never been who she believed him to be. What else could I have done? She ignited a rebellion against her king, and in a time of war. Treason remains treason. The sentence would have been the same. I decided against a public execution, not only to keep her from becoming a martyr, but because I would not force my friend to watch me set a blade to the neck of the girl he called his daughter. Yes, sailing for the homelands was madness. On that I will not waver. Yet the urge was born from her hatred of Avalon, what it took from her and what it was becoming. She judged that the foundations we were laying were rotten. And after all I have seen, I must admit she may not have been entirely wrong.
Come here. Good to see you, stranger. Not many souls pass through these lands anymore. A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I've suffered worse back in the day. I'm Kedron of the Volker tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. What brings you to our humble homeland? Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy. I'll fight you if I have to, but I'd prefer to get my strength back first. We've got one of those all right. His famous crown, blasted thing. They say he gave it to our ancestors as a sign of gratitude. I say that's bullshit. The crown was used to command giants, and only Arthur could wear it. By giving it to us, he sent a message. Behave, or I'll return and send the giants to devour you. A warning, not a gift. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull myself together, how about doing me a favor? And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Like not being killed by my Dalrita kin the second they see your face. Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. That much I'm sure of. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. I can't complete the task he gave me. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. Without it, things might turn bloody real quick. The capital, you can't miss it. It looms over everything, always watching, like an overbearing mother. Used to be the place where all the tribes came together. Now it's quiet. That should tell you something. Head for the sword on the horizon. You'll find your way. Gerfan is the voice of the tribes, chosen long ago, back when his name carried weight, and the leaders still listened. They say Mather herself blessed the runes of his fate. Now, he's just an old man, waiting for a moot that may never come. But I'll give him this. He still believes, still tries to gather the tribes. If you ask me, that won't happen again in 100 years. The tribes are too busy tearing each other apart. Those days of sitting together to plan a future, gone. There's no future left, just snow, ice, and the weirdness. Still, you should meet him. A gathering of the Dalrita tribes, called by the voice, used to happen in times of peace or war, whenever something needed all of us to act. But there hasn't been one in years. Not since the fall of the Gunvalder tribe. Everything's scattered now, broken. From long ago, from back when we still carried the respect of our people, I was a scribe, witness to the choices that shaped the tribes. I was there when tankards slammed in unity, or axes hit the moot table in anger. Gerf trusted me, told me things he never shared in public. His doubts, his burdens. I remember them all. But things change. You'll meet plenty of Dalrita out here. Decide for yourself what they're worth now. Nah, I'll be fine. Just make sure Gerfan knows where I am. Don't keep him waiting. Sure, no need to gossip. Though I'll admit, it was nice talking to someone outside the tribes who isn't some screaming Camelosian scum.
Aye? What you want? Aye. A fool was chucking stones at me, screaming at some wraith or beast was lurking behind. My bastard, that one. But hey, not all bad things end in ruin. The Dalria give mad folk a proper send-off. Now, he can sleep well. Okay. And? Lost means mad. Listen, I'm already bored of this conversation. If you got no business with me, then piss off. Go away.
Look, Grail, the alchemist's little lady sent her lapdog.
Aye.
So, dog, speak. Got the gold? And we've got no answers for you.
Don't drag this out, outsider. For your own sake.
Raylan, check it.
No much.
Not much. You heard him. We lost 3 of our brothers on this job. You think we could just go back to the village and say they died so we can walk away with a handful of coins?
Double it.
How dare you?
He's right, Kvor. Let's hand him the cursed thing and be off. Nothing left for us here.
You're lucky today, stranger. Pray we never cross paths again.
You did it! Wonderful! I don't think I need to hear the details of that meeting. What matters is that it's all behind us now. I'm deeply grateful. Here's a reward for your efforts. I'll soon begin my more extensive research on the brain centers of all 4 subjects. Oh, and one more thing. You've proven yourself trustworthy, so you'll find a few special items in my shop now. Perhaps something will catch your interest? You've already done so much. Thank you for that. That said, there's one more thing you could help me with. The Guild has been trying to get in touch with Dolph Jonquier for a while now. He went missing somewhere in the Forlorn Swords. All I know is that he was supposed to be conducting research in the territory of the Sven tribe. We need to make sure he's safe and sound. I appreciate it. Once you find him, ask him to provide a report on his research and bring it back to me. I'll pass it along to the right people. Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious about this. It's standard practice. Every member of the Alchemist Guild is required to submit these reports from time to time. He's one of the senior members of the guild, although I didn't see him much. He spent most of his time working in the field. What's concerning is that he went to the Forlorn Swords alone. He's not familiar with the Dalraita tribes, and the situation in that region is unstable. We just hope nothing bad has happened to him. Hope you'll find something useful for yourself.
It's crawling with monsters out there, isn't it? I'm hiding here to get my strength back before moving on. They call me Runner because I'm a fast runner. If I were still with my tribe, I'd have introduced myself as Shabba. But Scarron the Skin Taker gave me that name, and I just got used to it. Not really. My greatest sin was being a Gunvolder who survived. None of the other tribes would take me in. They think my survival goes against everything the Del Rita stand for. Can you believe that? As if surviving is beneath the Del Rita. Who needs us dead? Only the worms in the ground. So I joined Scarron the Skin Taker's band. We were like a family, until Scarron decided there was no place for me in his ranks. He's the top dog around here. After I joined him, he called me Runner. Said it was for how fast I run away from a fight. He's one mean son of a bitch. At first, it seemed like we all shared the same idea, uniting the Del Rita, even the Nameless ones. But over time, he started losing it. He sees conspiracies everywhere, trusts no one, stuff like that. I think the power got to his head. I've heard it happen sometimes. Out of here. Anywhere. The farther the better. I've got just one last piece of unfinished business keeping me in these lands. But I need a lot more strength before I finish my mission. And all these monsters sure aren't making things any easier. I want to get rid of Scarron the Skin Taker. He shouldn't rule over anyone, and he certainly shouldn't try to unite all the scattered Nameless under his banner. But if he succeeds, the way he is now, he'd have us attacking our own brothers. I've had enough bloodshed. One Eye's off to his war, and word is that Gurfhan wants to call the moot and go to war with Camelot. Or with One Eye for going after Camelot. Either way, it ends with us spilling more of our own blood. I don't give a shit what you think. I want you to hunt Scarron, because he deserves it. And if he's killed by a non-Rita, it'll be even more of a humiliation for that son of a bitch. If he's gone, I'll be able to go back to my people. To have a normal place, not just some shack in the middle of nowhere. Great! That's what I like to hear. Bring me his head, and I'll share what I took when I left the village. You won't be disappointed. Don't you worry about that.
wear his shadow. Is that why I came?